Becky. Welcome back to my channel and another video. I am starting out this video in the car, obviously. And if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know I've been doing a lot of weekly vlogs. I think I've already done 18 or 19, but I thought it'd be fun to go back and do a day in the life. But this is a day in the life, get it all done with me. I'm gonna preface that by saying I don't get it all done. So do not be misled. Nothing gets done every single day that's supposed to be. It's kind of a give or take. If I'm doing this, then this other thing has to kind of wait and be on the back burner. But that's how life is. So when I say get it all done with me, just take that with a grain of salt. But I do have a list. I have a list of things to do every single day. And when I get back from where I'm going, I will show you my list for today. It's 11:36. I'm actually headed to get lunch for me and the girls. They want Chick-fil-A, I want Panera. So I'm gonna go those two places and pick up that. We're gonna eat lunch and then I will show you the list and get started on it. I have already done a few things. I've already started 2 loads of laundry, one which I just put in the dryer, the other I just put in the washer. I made my bed, I wiped off my countertop in the bathroom, and I did some stuff I had to do at my desk. So I have done all that stuff already this morning that was not on the list, that I did not show you. When I get back, I will show you what's on the list for the rest of the day and hopefully be able to get all of it marked off. Okay, so it is 1:20 and we just got done eating lunch and watching a little show. And I told you guys I would show you my list for the rest of the day. I've already done those things I mentioned earlier, like the laundry, so that's gonna be something I'm gonna consistently be like switching over to the dryer and stuff throughout the day, but I don't have that on the list. But we are going to take Loki for a walk here in a minute. And then while I'm outside, I have 2 things I need to do. Well, I have 2 things I need to do outside, so I put all this together. So take him for a walk, which we haven't taken him in a few weeks because either my allergies have been crazy bad and or it's been raining almost every single day. It literally rained every day last week. So that's one reason why I haven't done either of these 2 things, because they both involve being outside. This one is cleaning Bean's cage. Her cage downstairs is canvas on the bottom. And a couple times a year I take the whole thing apart and take it out and scrub it because it just gets built up with, you know, urine and gross stuff that happens with animals. If you hear that clicking, that is her chewing on her water bottle. So I need to do that outside, and that way it can be drying in the sun, and then my husband can help me put it back together tonight because I am the worst at putting things together. Also need to work on the patio. That's one thing I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna get done today, because in my mind, this next thing is more important, and these 2 things go together because Bean's cage sits on the cabinets that I'm gonna be working, like cleaning behind in the homeschool room. And I'm working on that right now. Over the summer, I always do a really deep clean and declutter and organize. And so I have to make sure that this is done so that when that is dry, I can put her back where she belongs. Depending on how long this takes, I may or may not get around to cleaning the patio. We'll see. Then I have a workout. That's another reason why I may not have time to do this, because I would rather get these 2 things done and skip this today than have to get all those 3 done, but then have to skip my workout. Also, the girls are doing school. They didn't do school last week because they had activities every day last week, and so I didn't have them do school. But over the summer, and I've talked about this in other videos, I do have them do school at least a couple times a week. So since I didn't do it at all last week, definitely doing school for them. And I'll show you what my youngest is gonna be doing today. My oldest is gonna be working in her civics book. I need to reschedule the bathtub guy. He was supposed to come today and I had to cancel, so I'm gonna reschedule him. And then I'm gonna make dinner, which normally I don't put on my list, but since I'm filming it for a video that I think, well, I've already been up, which was a week of dinners. I'm going to be filming that, so I wrote that on there to make sure that I film what we're having for dinner so that I can put it in that video. So I'm going to go get my shoes on and take Loki for a walk.
I sat down by the ocean. It's that tears that I feel up with emotions. Could I taste them for real? Longing for you, longing for you. Oh, but I can't get back. What can I do? What can I do when your train is gone? I don't wanna go back.
We just got back from our walk and I just put some ice cubes in Loki's water to make him cool because he is burning up. And I also have been texting back and forth with the bathtub guy, and so I rescheduled that for a few weeks from now. Walked Loki. And now I need to go ahead and clean Bean's cage. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And if you watched some of my other weekly vlogs, you would have seen the mess that is our homeschool room / office. this messed up right now, but normally they're like lined up nicely and spaced apart, and when they're like that, that's where Bean's cage goes. But I need to, like I said, clean her cage, and while I've got her off of there, I'm gonna pull all of these out and clean. There's no telling how much hay is back there because, yeah, there's tons of hay back there. So first step is to take everything out of here and take it apart and then scrub it outside. Then I'll come back inside and clean up behind the desk, put everything back nicely, and that way her cage and that section of the office will be clean all at once. I did that to this last night. I pulled it out, I cleaned behind it, I dusted out all the cubbies, and then the 8 doors that I ordered from IKEA to close off these cubbies are actually supposed to come tomorrow. So my husband will put them on one day this week, and then I'll be able to put all these are empty. These 4 are empty, and then those are obviously empty. So all of our photo albums are gonna move from where they are to those 3 rows. And then the top row is homeschool books. So I cleaned all that off, got it all clean, cleaned behind it, cleaned the wall, cleaned the baseboards, cleaned the floor. I'm kind of having to work in sections because there is so much furniture in here and there is such a mess in here. All of that is stuff I'm decluttering, there's trash. So I'm having to do it in little pieces just to be able to get it done in manageable chunks. But that's what I'm doing right now.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes.
So that's pretty much as good as I could get it clean. There's a couple spots that I couldn't get up, but it's still really a lot cleaner than it was and should be very deodorized at this point. I used vinegar and Dawn dish soap to try to get it off, so that should be really good at deodorizing. That's pretty much where that's gonna have to sit for probably the better part of today. But at least that part is done, and now on to the next thing.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
Okay, so I got this whole area clean. I'm still not done with that little cubby right there. I took the door off because I really wanted to make that be where her hay stays. Normally that used to be right there, but because I cleared all those out for photo albums, I had to find somewhere else to put her hay, and I really wanted to keep it in that tote because it's the perfect size for a one bag. It's a perfect size to fit an entire bag of hay, and I already knew that it fit and it's gonna match the totes on the other shelf, and so I really wanted to make that work. I don't have enough room down here to put another one. I wish I did. I really wish I did, because that's all of like her little blankets and stuff. So I'm gonna have to find another basket that's not gonna match exactly to try to put right there, that takes up more of the room and matches better. Hopefully gonna find something white if possible. So I may make a trip to Hobby Lobby one day this week, or Target, to try to find one that's about 12 by 12, which is pretty much what I've got left to work with. I just wish in a perfect world that I could have fit 2 of those. So now this entire side of the room is done. That's all done, so I can mark off clean Bean's cage. I can also mark off the office cabinets, because that's what that was. And the girls are actually doing school right now. And while I'm thinking about it, and show you really quickly what my youngest daughter's working on. So I'd like to thank Reading Eggs for sponsoring this portion of the video. I have worked with Reading Eggs before, and there's something that I really like to use, especially over the summer, but you can use them anytime. Reading Eggs is a reading website and app that was developed by teachers to help kids learn to read. So even if your kids can read like mine, my daughter's 11 and she's finishing up 5th grade, She definitely can read and she's a very good reader, but your child can still benefit from the program whether they know how to read yet, they're still in the early stages, or they already know how to read. Reading Eggs provides a multifaceted approach to reading with phonics, vocabulary, reading comprehension, and fluency, which I think are really, really important, especially for kids that already can read, but they still need to work on a few phonics review things, and then also their vocabulary, their comprehension, and their fluency. It's something that you really have to work on really hard after kids learn to read, is just making sure that they are understanding what they're reading and learning to read a little bit more quickly. I like that Reading Eggs is designed for ages 2 through 13, so it's more extensive than a lot of the programs that are only designed for younger kids or very early readers. And they have cute songs, fun animations, and games and ebooks to keep kids engaged and having fun while they're learning. One thing I really appreciate about Reading Eggs is it's a no-app website. I've used other websites in the past when the girls were little, and they were really distracting with all of the pop-up ads and things that were being advertised on the sidebar. Sometimes they weren't even appropriate ads, so I love that that doesn't happen with Reading Eggs. The games that they have on the Reading Eggs website and app are really fun, interactive, colorful, bright, and engaging, and there's a lot of variety there, so they're not doing the same type of game every single time. And as a homeschooling mom, I also appreciate there are over 500 printable worksheets that correspond with the lessons that you can print out for extra practice. My daughter really appreciates the little dashboard where she can go in and decorate her house and her avatar, and she can get pets for her house and change the wallpaper. Those are all fun little things they can do as they earn eggs throughout the lessons in the program. They can spend those eggs to decorate their shop, their avatar, and get more animals. So that's a really fun aspect that she really enjoys. So overall, we have really enjoyed Reading Eggs. My daughter has used them quite a bit, and it's always really fun for extra practice. If your child already knows how to read, or even if they're in those early stages, it's a really great option. They do have a 30-day free trial, which is super generous. I really don't know of any other educational company that offers a 30-day free trial. So I will have that linked for you in the description box if you want to try it out. I highly recommend it. I think you guys will really enjoy it. Okay, so now that that's done and the girls are working on school still, I am not going to clean off the patio today. And I told you I may not for several reasons. The main reason was time. It is 3 o'clock and I really need to go ahead and get my workout in so that I can start dinner. I'm making a new recipe tonight, and it's not one of the ones that I can like put it on the oven and leave and go work out while it's cooking. It's one of those ones you kind of have to stay with it. So I am going to forego the patio for that reason. I did come out here to start working on it, and the cushions are still wet from all the rain we've had the last week. But more than that is the patio is disgusting. My husband just pressure washed it, I don't know, about 2 months ago, and it's all green and gross, and so he's going to have to re-pressure wash it, and I figured I should just wait. I'm hoping he can do that this week, maybe, and that way it'll all be clean at once. So he can pressure wash it, pressure wash the chairs because they're pretty gross, the table's pretty gross, and I'll still wipe it, you know, with glass cleaner. But it's just so gross out here, and it seems kind of silly to go to all the trouble to like thoroughly clean everything, and then he's gonna have to move everything to pressure wash it anyway. So the timing issue, and then also just how messy it is out here, he's gonna have to help and do that first. I am going to forgo that for now, but I did put the cushions out here so they can be drying in the sun. At least they'll be dry unless it decides to rain again, but I don't think it's supposed to rain the rest of the week. So I am going to skip that today. Like I said, I'm not going to mark it off because I didn't do it. I'm just going to ignore it and pretend like it's not there and move to the next thing, which is workout. So I'm going to get my workout clothes on, and I will meet you guys in my living room for a workout. I'm getting ready to do my workout. I will try to remember to link the channel of the workouts that I have been doing lately. It's a new channel that I found starting week 2 of a 2-week program that I'm doing with her. I finished a different program a week before last. I'm doing a 2-week program with her. She's got tons of free ones. And then after this one, I'm going to be starting a new one that she just came out with. So I'm really excited about that, but I love her channel. Her workouts are really good, and it's only 30 minutes, so it won't be too long before I'll be finished and I can fix dinner. But this is kind of what I do. I've got 4 or 5 ponytail holders. I can't even remember because my hair is so heavy. And then I put a headband on because I cannot stand to feel hair on my neck when I'm working out.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. always get right back up, never worry.
I'm done working out. It was a struggle. Mondays and Fridays are always the hardest for me, and then plus I kept getting distracted because the guy with the bathtub people that I had already rescheduled, I had to reschedule again. So he kept texting me and I had to keep stopping and like going back with him and then checking things with my husband. But like, I don't know, it was a whole thing. So it took me a lot longer to do a 30-minute workout than it should have, but it is done, and that's good because once you get over Mondays and once you can make it through Fridays, those are the hardest ones to get through. So 4:42, I'm gonna fix dinner. I'm not gonna film that part just because it's a new recipe and I have to pay attention to what I'm doing, but after it's done, I will show you how it turned out. And then that'll be the last thing on my get it all done with me list, except for like showering and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make dinner and I'll check back in with you guys once it's all done. Okay, dinner is done. I didn't really follow the recipe exactly, so if we don't like it, I can't blame the recipe, but I don't know. Sometimes I do that. I go off plan if I think something sounds kind of like a weird combination, because I'm a very picky eater and I don't like to put things in food that I don't think sounds good together. But if it works out well, I will put the recipe for you guys in the description box, but that means I can also mark out making dinner and filming what we had for the other video that I'm also filming the same time as today. So everything got done on the list today except for clean the patio, which I explained to you guys earlier why I didn't do that. I have you guys to thank for staying with me today and motivating me and helping me along. I hope you guys got some stuff checked off your list today too. Hopefully dinner is good, hopefully the girls like it, and I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.